So, if you're a founder or a creator, you've probably been told that getting noticed is all about the algorithm, right? Or having a perfect strategy, or catching just the right wave. But what if the biggest lever for your visibility isn't external at all? What if it's really an internal game? Okay, so here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll bust the whole visibility myth. Then, we'll get into something I call the over-editing trap. It's what's killing your momentum. And finally, we'll talk about making that critical shift from just being polished to being trusted, because that's what the market actually rewards.
All right, first things first, let's really dig into this core belief that holds so many amazing creators back. Just think about it for a second. When you hesitate, when you don't hit publish, what's the reason you're telling yourself?
For most people, the answer usually falls into one of these buckets. We convince ourselves, oh, I just need a better plan, or the timing isn't right, or the classic, I just have to crack the algorithm's code. We are constantly looking for the answer out there somewhere. But here's the thing. The real barrier, it isn't external at all. It's internal. It's that tiny moment of hesitation, that second guessing, that pause. That's what's keeping your best ideas from ever seeing the light of day.
Now let's look at how this hesitation snowballs into a really specific kind of resistance that quietly sabotages all your momentum.
And look, this is way more than just catching typos. The over-editing trap is that dangerous cycle where you polish an idea so much that you basically sand away its soul. You sand away its conviction. You're killing it in the draft folder before the market ever gets a chance to see it.
I was talking with a creator who was just completely stuck. I mean, constantly rewriting, rethinking, revising. They were caught deep in this trap, truly believing that perfection was the price of admission to even be seen. And the result is always the same. Great ideas just die a slow death. The time it takes to get one thought out there stretches from maybe a few minutes to weeks. And by the time it's finally published, that original, authentic spark, it's completely gone. So, okay, if over-editing is the symptom, what's the actual root cause? This is where we really get to the core of the whole problem. You see, for that creator, the problem was never their writing ability. It was a fundamental lack of trust in their own message. The hesitation wasn't about quality at all. It was a crisis of confidence in their own voice. This really nails it. Visibility isn't something you go out and find. It's something you unlock from within. And the key is simply trusting that what you have to say is valuable enough to share, right now, exactly as it is. This diagnosis, it leads us to a really powerful strategic shift, moving away from this obsession with perfection and towards something way more effective. I mean, the contrast here is pretty stark. Polished content is all about caution. It's obsessed with not being wrong. But trusted content, that's all about conviction. Its only job is to be clear and direct. One hides, the other speaks. It's as simple as that. Because here's the thing we always seem to forget. Your audience, your customers, the market, they're not grading your essay. They are desperately searching for a clear, confident voice they can actually rely on. They're craving authenticity, not flawlessness. And that is exactly what happened to the creator from our story. The moment they finally let go and published something a little raw, a little more direct, the feedback was instant. People didn't see flaws. They felt a real connection. They said it was just more human. So what's the big payoff here? Well, choosing conviction over caution isn't just some feel-good mindset shift. It is a powerful business strategy that builds real, tangible momentum. Think about it. When you operate from a place of self-trust, the entire creative cycle just speeds up. You trust your idea so you can create with clarity. You publish with confidence, which absolutely slashes your time to market. And that speed, that's how you capture and build momentum while your competitors are still stuck editing their drafts. And ultimately, this creates an amazing feedback loop. The internal conviction you project becomes the external trust you build with your audience. Your confidence actually becomes their confidence in you. So this brings us to a tough question, but a really necessary one. Just think about all the ideas you've put on a shelf, the posts you've over-edited into oblivion, the projects that never launched. How much market momentum, how much trust has that hesitation already cost you? Because the market, it doesn't wait for perfect. It rewards conviction. So if you're ready to stop editing and finally start leading with a confident voice, we've put a link in the description.
It's there to help you get started.